G'day, Dave the Enlightened Plumber here with today's quote. No such thing as no such thing as spare time, no such thing as free time, no such thing as downtime. All you got is lifetime. Go! No such thing as spare time, no such thing as free time, no such thing as downtime. All you got is lifetime. Go! That's from Henry Rollins. I like this. It's quite fun. It is humorous. It has a whole whack of truth in it. Because there is spare time in our lives. And there are areas of free time. And there are areas of downtime. And yet that's completely what Henry is not saying in here. He's saying that we don't have we don't have spare time, we don't have free time, and we don't have downtime. And from his perspective here, where he is looking at time as an entity of all of its own, all we have as human beings is our lifetime. We don't control how long our lives are. To a point, we can certainly do all sorts of things to get ourselves killed or die early or young, whether it's doing something to ourselves or getting involved in war or hardship or disease. Health is a big one that typically we do to ourselves, although it's not always the case. There are lots of other reasons that we don't control our life. I mean, typically our lives, if nothing else goes wrong, will ultimately end. So in that instance, we don't control that. All the others, well, we have ways of making our own lives shorter. So it's good to be conscious of that. So in that space-time of lifetime, there is a whole whack of time. And how we go about using it is entirely up to us. And I would take it that the way Henry's talking about not having any spare time, not having any free time, not having any downtime, well, he's looking at it as those are valuable commodities. Any time that we have is a valuable commodity. Now, bearing in mind that we have to sleep, and generally speaking, that's about a quarter to a third of our lives, that's a lot of time that's sort of just taken right off the plate right there. Now, it's not that we can do a whole lot about that time in a healthy fashion, because part of that is that our body does need needs sleep time to rejuvenate, to recuperate, to heal itself, to all those other wonderful things that the body does for us. A lot of that happens during sleep, and that creates whole body healing as well as mental healing and relaxation and rejuvenation and all that kind of stuff. We do require sleep. So we can't live our lives not having any sleep or cutting it back without having some side effects. But the rest of the time, in theory, we have to do with whatever we want. And it falls on us as human beings to go out and get a job and fall to the dogma that is life of, okay, I've got to go to school, get an education, get a job, pay the bills, pay for all this, work really hard, and then ultimately, well, retire. Well, what is retirement? Well, retirement is essentially a death sentence, because that's what you do. It's the time that you take from when you quit your job or leave it to when you die. If you look at it in that terms, it's pretty horrible. So do what we can. Make the most of all that space in between. If there's a hobby you've got, do it. If there's a holiday, a place you want to go to, well, save up, do what you need to do, but go and do it. Do what you need to do. Focus on all those things that you want to do, and then do them. And that's where I'm at right now is, okay, I've got things that I'm now not prepared to put off any longer. I'm not prepared to say, oh, well, that's okay, that's good for them, other people. No, now it's for me. Let me do what I want to do. Now, it doesn't mean I can do it tomorrow. Maybe I can. That's a different way of thinking about things. But the idea is now I have those plans that, okay, they are going to happen, and the sooner the better. And I can have lots of fun on the way. So with that, no such thing as spare time, no such thing as free time, no such thing as downtime. All you got is lifetime. Go! Well, I say go and enjoy your lifetime, whatever is left in it, wherever you're at within that journey, and enjoy. This is from Henry Rollins and myself, Dave, the Enlightened Plumber. Sorry, it's been a long one. Have yourselves an awesome day and go. Take care.